He's probably out.
Get out of your guys' hair.
Going out at the Steiner?
No, he was
Oh, he did.
Well, the airborne operation is part of the strategic airdrop, which is basically an airborne force from CONUS. We're actually up in Alaska, but that force strategically deploying, conducting a straight mission into a foreign country. And so we started at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson up in Alaska with our both us, other forces from the U.S., as well as our Canadian counterparts from Princess Patricia's Light Infantry, conducted 19-hour direct flight here, and then a strategic airborne operation in the Capital. Our unit here is conducting a small-scale tactical operation. We're seizing basically 3 crossing points to the south of here, and seizing them so we can delay the advancing enemy from the south, and then eventually transfer this over to Marine control here in about 48 hours. Okay. And you know, as we look at the operation, and really the bigger picture for the operation here is within the Pacific AOR is assuring our allies and assuring our partners here, and then deterring our adversaries. That's really why we conduct an airborne operation clear from Alaska all the way into Australia. It is like one of the farthest reaches from Alaska to Australia. If I could get from Alaska to Australia, I can get to any adversary's country. And then we take a coalition force from that base. We prepare them, we train them, and we rehearse them, and then we execute an airdrop into a foreign country 19 hours away. And with that, it assures our allies and our partners out across the Pacific that we are prepared and we are ready to face any challenge that we may meet in the Pacific. Well, as I told them in the Joint Mobility Center, I expected disciplined violence out of them. You know, when they jump, I expect them to be safe. That was the first thing they had to do, safely get themselves to the ground. That's what they had to do, and then disciplined violence. When they get to the ground, execute the mission that they've been trained for, execute it with discipline, but execute it with violence. That's what we're here to do. We're here to seize objectives, establish blocking positions, deter aggression, and that's what I expect them to do. They've been trained for it. We just came back from the Joint Readiness Training Center down in Fort Polk, Louisiana, and so all of these soldiers were eager to get back out of the aircraft, link up with our coalition partners, and get trained again. Well, I think the biggest challenge is the 19 hours in flight. You know, when we left, it was about 02 in the morning, and we went 19 hours across the international date line. And so how do you keep the soldiers, you know, rested, hydrated, and fed, and then prepared to conduct extended operations once they get on the ground? We left 55 and raining in Alaska, and so we're here. It's about 70 degrees on the ground, dry, so different conditions that we're really not, us and the Canadians really aren't acclimated for, but it's preparing those soldiers over an extended period and then preparing them in the aircraft to meet the challenges on the ground, really, because this could be any foreign country. It happens to be great Australia, and I'm happy to be back here again. Between us and our Australian partners in the Pacific, one of our key partners, and we've seen them, they've been with us in every conflict we've been in. And our ability to communicate with them, operate with them, share tactics, techniques, and procedures, and be able to come to the battlefield and without hesitation, without having to do in-depth planning and rehearsals, be able to operate, that's the key to these exercises. That's why we're here. We're here so we can operate on a moment's notice with the Australians and with our coalition counterparts. And I've seen just huge gains in this exercise. About 3 hours ago, I was inside the aircraft over the Pacific Ocean talking to the Joint Task Force, and they were giving me an update on the enemy situation on the ground, and I was giving them an update on the status of paratroopers inside of the aircraft. And so that is huge gains talking to our partners here in Australia. So I'm just glad we're making those gains, and we'll make more next time because we're learning some different lessons with this operation, and we'll bring those to our leadership, and then in 2 years this will be an even better operation. Our ability to, you know, fight and win together will be enhanced.